Today we are going to talk about a subject that will have most grown men cringing in terror. It's something that throughout the ages has been referred to as eunuch. But in the animal world we don't call them eunuchs and we don't eunuch them. Is that the proper terminology? We actually castrate animals. So if you own goats and are raising goats, at some point you're probably going to need to know how to castrate your goat, your little bucks. So we're going to go through when the best time to castrate is. If you were ever to come to our property and you were to hear my husband say, "Go get the green Cheerio," this is what he would mean. This right here is a green Cheerio. It's a castrating band. It is something that is put on something like this that spreads around and is put around, hey mama, is put around the testicles of young bucks. This is actually a common question. It is a question that was recently asked in our Raising Goats for Beginners course. And this gal actually asked the question like this. She said, "I am so amazed that at 3 weeks of age, the buck kids are acting quite mature. To castrate, I have read 4 weeks of age, and I've read 10 weeks of age. I have Nigerian dwarfs. What do you recommend?" And so that is a very good question, and one we will be talking about today. This buck was born about a month ago, so he's about 1 month old. And so he has been disbudded, but he has not been castrated yet. This is a very important part of this castrating discussion, is when should you castrate? When is the optimal time? I personally wait to about 2 months of age to castrate. If you castrate too soon, the bucks, the wethers, will actually have a higher probability of developing urinary calculi, which can be very serious. So when you castrate them, when the green Cheerio is put on, or if you do choose to cut open the sac and remove the testicles, that is another way to castrate. However way you do decide to castrate, just know that when that is done, it slows down the development of their urinary tract. And so if it's done too soon, their urinary tract might end up being too small, and then they will develop the urinary calculi. And so that is one reason you don't want to do it too soon. Allow their bodies to develop as much as they can before you do that, which about 2 months of age is a good time. But you can do it as early as 6 weeks. So don't do it any earlier than 6 weeks, and then, you know, hit between 6 and 2 months at least before, when you decide to do it. So give them at least that much time to develop before you castrate them. Keep in mind that you stinker. Keep in mind that, like I said, this guy is about a month old, and they are already riding each other and acting very bucky. So it starts at an early age. And Nigerian dwarfs, if you own and raise Nigerian dwarfs, just know that they are a year-round breeder. And so if you have buck kids in with the does, you can have unwanted pregnancies before they are mature enough to handle that. That is a possibility. So you do want to either separate the different sexes or castrate them at the appropriate time. So when you do castrate, you want to make sure that it's done properly, and you want to make sure that you are watching your bucklings, what will be your wethers. You want to make sure that you're just watching them to make sure that everything is going well, that there's no problems that may arise from that. And usually in the next month, during the next month it'll wither up and just get smaller and smaller, and at some point then it will just fall to the ground and fall off. Probably after a month or so that will happen. All of this information is covered in great detail in our Raising Goats for Beginners course. It is one subject out of many. If you are wanting to and already are raising goats, you need to know how to care for them properly from the very beginning to the very end. And our mission is to help you raise the healthiest goats possible, because goats are a true delight and an awesome addition to any family. If you want to know how to raise goats through when you first bring them home, from when you bring them into the world, through the pregnancy and kidding process, through any sickness that might come up, and anything at all from trimming their hooves to giving them shots, weighing them, every detail is covered in this course. So if you are interested in learning more and would like more information, please click the link below, and we hope to see you very soon in the course so that we can help you on your goat raising journey.